Well, the Manila leg of the well-loved musical The Sound of Music opened last night at the Samsung Performing Arts Theater. Filipino theater star Markki Stroem joined the opening night. He's still, over the moon. And they play the roles. Of course, he plays Rolf, the delivery boy. Markki is here with us right now in the studio to tell us more about the experience. Markki, a dream come true. Opening night last night, how was it?
It is amazing because literally coming from when I was a kid, I used to watch Sound of Music religiously, like literally religiously. With I have 3 aunts that are nuns.
Yes.
And my grandmother, they would like put it in the VHS and I'd watch it 3 times over and just really fall in love with each of these songs. And to be able to be part of this actual cast is just mind-blowing.
But your opening night, were you nervous? What was that like for you?
Well, my opening night was just a different experience altogether because it's different to be on that stage with my kababayans, and it's also different to just be representing the Filipinos on that stage with such amazing foreign acts, people from the Jersey Boys tours abroad, Sunset Boulevard, all sorts of amazing shows that I could only dream to watch.
Yeah.
And these people have been in it, and I'm just so over the moon, literally. I'm taking the words out of your mouth to be able to be a part of such a fantastic cast and the whole experience.
It seems like this all just kind of fell in your lap.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I had them on the show in December or something last year, and they mentioned nothing about having to audition Filipino talents for The Sound of Music. It seemed to be pretty much intact already. And then we hear that you and Karylle are part of it.
They didn't know. Like,
they didn't know.
We were actually talking about it yesterday, me and Trevor. He was like, we didn't know. And like, I think it was also a decision later on, and because I only found out in January, so it was a.
So you found out in January. Did they have a short list of people that would be interested to audition, and then your name was on it, or did you have to guys, I'm willing to audition?
Yeah, I think there was a short list of it was quite an extensive list, and I had to send in a reel.
Yes.
And then I had a meeting with them. It was great meeting Eric and everyone. And of course, we also had an audition. I sent in an audition with everything, like a file, because we had to send it to them over there in New York. And when I found out, I was actually at my radio station, because I have a morning radio show as well. The Morning Rush. Anyway, I was there, and literally it was a general assembly, and I just started screaming, and they were like, "Why?" And like everyone else started screaming because they all knew, they had an idea that I got the role, and that was lucky because I could take leave.
Yes. It's wonderful how things have worked out for you and mapped its way for this dream of yours.
It's been a dream.
To finally happen, and people have to really fight tooth and nail, and then this one is audition tag.
Yeah, it's manifesting. Like literally, since I was a kid, I've always wanted it. Repertory as a 6-year-old, and then 10 professional Filipino productions later, I finally get to experience the international tour.
So now you got the role. Preparation. Did you need to prepare a lot for this? Considering you're not a newbie when it comes to theater, Jersey Boys, mula sa buwan, you just had it.
Luckily, I've had that experience, because without it, I don't think I could have taken this on, because we only have a few days to get things gelled. Like literally, I started last week because everyone was coming from New York.
They could do it with eyes closed. They've been on this tour, right?
So they've like, some of them have done 100 shows, 500 shows. And so I'm coming into this, and they're all so supportive. So they really push you up to the best you could possibly do. And they're always cheering you on. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I heard you. I was laughing at everything that you did, and we were watching you backstage or on the side. You hear a little giggle because they're there on your side. They're pushing you. Because they know you only had a few days to prepare, and the adrenaline, I think, is pushing Karylle and I to really just being at their level.
And I guess it's nice that it also you feel validated. I mean, you've worked also with, a local companies, and then I'm sure the vibe is different.
Yeah.
I'm sure
it's a whole different experience. I mean, I've worked with Atlantis, I've worked with Repertory, I've worked with Barefoot, some of the best theater companies in the Philippines, and they're the ones who really, really helped and prepared me. So I'm so thankful to Bobby Garcia, to Chris Miliado, to every single one of these directors, Pat Valera, who have really helped and pushed me. And Karylle.
Yes, okay. I mean, I know I understand perfectly well from opening night.
I got too excited. I couldn't sleep, honestly.
Really? How was that for you? I mean, Markki was just like saying that he was like over the moon. I can't believe it. It's finally happening to me. Same
Mula
for you.
sa buwan to Carousel. Theater is doing so well. Right now, there's so many new plays that are out with us. And of course, now we're doing Sound of Music. I can't believe it when I hear the music. The first time I heard the orchestra on stage.
Last night. Okay, so, I mean, how was it last night for you? Were you nervous? I mean, did you
Super. During the tech rehearsals in the afternoon, I made like a ton of mistakes. And I was like, please let it just happen here. But once you get out there and you know you're performing for the Filipino crowd, it's just amazing.
I mean, I was asking also, Markki, what's your experience like working for an international touring production? I mean, this is actually your first time, both of your first times to be part of an international production. How was that like, I mean, for you?
To be honest, nakakasindak.
Okay.
Kasi syempre, di ba, you don't know the people you'll be working with, and we have such a short time to blend in with them. But they're the sweetest.
Amazing people.
We're home in Manila, but they are making us feel at home with them.
Yeah.
Were you intimidated at all? I mean, Markki was saying like he was working with people that were Jersey boys and people that are like Broadway staples.
I tried not to do a little search on them, so para hindi masyadong ma-intimidate. Kasi syempre, when you see them as equals, as people, then you really get to know them as such. And they're so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, they've been bonding with us like anything.
It wasn't exactly like, it wasn't a full-on research. It was more like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? How did you learn those card tricks? Oh, I learned these card tricks on Jersey Boys on tour.
Grabe yung mga kwento nila.
Like, literally.
I think what makes this really work, I mean, for a lot of people, it's just the bonding that happens, behind the scenes, and just being like a family enough for you to be so comfortable with each other when it comes to performing, on stage. A dream come true. Sound of Music, full circle. What is it about Sound of Music?
It's the timeless songs. I like dress tech yesterday. I
saw your post.
I would literally go on into the auditorium just to watch it because that's the only time I got to experience it during our dress tech because no one else was there. And I remember watching the end of Act 1. I'm not going to spoil anyone what's going to happen, but like I was watching it and that entire scene just got me goosebumps and I started tearing up and it brought me back to when I was a kid and I was in a church because I used to go to church and I used to sing psalms there and watch my nuns' aunts
who are aunts,
singing in the church, and it just brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
And the songs just, they're for everyone.
Yes.
And I mean, Sound of Music. I mean, you've done Cinderella. I mean, that's also one of those classics, and now you end up doing Sound of Music.
I guess Sound of Music is the laser disc for me that I watched over and over again. And it's one of those things
did you have to prepare for your role as Baronessa?
Yes, syempre, she's very sophisticated.
That's so you. I mean,
like this. No, I'm like this. I'm like, hey, good morning, what's up, madlang people, kind of a person. So it's like, hello.
Okay. And then you had to do your wig and
I know, I
everything.
love the wig. It helps.
Know, right?
It helps a ton. Syempre, pag naging bland ka na, parang,
all of a sudden, in character ka bigla.
Oo, kakapalan mo lang yung lips. It helps.
All right, so the Sound of Music, I wish I could chat with you forever. You guys are so amazing. The Sound of Music shows, we understand, will run. It started last night. Will run until March 26. I mean, would you like to invite them, Karylle? Go.
Yes, I would like to invite everyone to come and see The Sound of Music at the Samsung Performing Arts Theater. Kasama kami ni Markki Stroem sa cast na talaga naman isang international touring cast. Kaya nakakatuwa. listen to the music from your childhood and climb every mountain with us. And when you hear Edelweiss, I don't know, for me,
my heart.
bless
Hala,
my
ito na.
homeland forever.
heart.
Oh, sarap.
Okay,
It's
so this is
fantastic.
it. Well, I do understand that, well, Markki was telling me that the future is so vast for both of you in case of what you would like to do, if you'd like to continue touring and do more Broadway stuff. We wish you all the
it's
best.
Great
Thank
connections.
you.
Yeah, great
so-
connections that you have made. Thank you so much for joining us here in New Day. Opening night last night
Yes,
until
thank
March
you.
26th all the way. Thank you, Markki and
Thank
Karylle,
you.
for joining us.